Right. Let's see. Is YouTube working? I do indeed. Met some cool people as well. Nice. Okay, YouTube is up and running. Okay, cool. Right, that's that. Let me try and get this lighting a little bit better. Lighting has been a bit of a struggle, but we're making it work. In as janky. Uh-huh. On what? YouTube or Twitch? Let me pull it up on my side just to check that Twitch is actually working. Twitch. Let's see. No? Okay. Twitch is definitely working for me. Yeah. Okay. Why is my quality limited to 480p? What the hell? Definitely. Weird. I don't know why Twitch limits it like that. How does it look to you if you pull it up? Is it very blurry? Okay. Weird. Yeah. Welcome. Cool. Chilled vibes. Maybe chat to you in a little bit there. Cool. Love you more. Bye. Okay. Why has quality always been 480p? I don't feel like the quality's always been stuck at 480p. That is weird. That is really weird. Sleep settings. No, that looks fine. Oh no. It is legitimately just 480p. Damn. Okay, so that's just the way it's always been then. Jeez. I need to improve that somehow. Okay. Well, that's a problem for another day, I guess. Let's see here. Good, we're live. Let me close the curtain to my bathroom. We do not need that open. Okay. Right. I'm probably gonna start getting really cold just now. Okay. What do I want to do? All right. Manager. Let's see. Okay. Let's just leave that there for now, I guess. Is there something? I'll go here. How do whispers? How do whispers work, I wonder? Oh. We will figure it out. Okay. Right, so we just spoke to General Dude, and he was not very happy with us because we told him we liked Abelard better than him. Okay, let's just increase this volume a little bit, I think. There. Okay, I think I might need to adjust these sound settings a little bit. Let's turn this down slightly. Let's see if I can get that right. Okay. Right. Okay. So, what did we need to do now? Gang. Ashtray, no. Did we need to meet the... No, it wasn't the governor dude we need to meet. Dorgonis, the signal theaters. Maybe someone in your one might get some clues. Oh, Captain Secretary to contracts. What contracts? Oh, we have a couple contracts. Ah. Okay. I can just straight trade this. Do I want to do this, though? Is this a good idea? I mean, I guess. Huh. I wonder. I'm not sure about completing these. I don't know if I want to give up these resources, which I don't have a whole lot of. Okay. Well, we will see. Excuse me if there's a little bit of coughing and my voice isn't quite right. I have been sick the last few days. So, yep. Such is life. Right. Okay. Let's just go and see if we can find somebody else to talk to here. This is what happens when you take 2 days off. Not a good idea. Clementia. Some beneficial to businesses. Okay, no. So she doesn't have anything more to tell us. Do these guys? I doubt these guys are going to have anything more to say. No, we did go through all of these. Okay. Okay, so I think we've basically done everything. Let's see, we've missed some loot here.
What do we have here?
There it is. Oh, there's also something there. What is this? Leather. The leather covers bears the names of the authors, mostly philosophers and theologians from Dargonos. The spines of the books are trimmed with gold. Huh. Okay. The cogitator is producing rhythmic sounds, along with faint ringing stands out. Okay. What? Electrified shardnet. Well, that's interesting. Why are there Xeno artifacts in my room? Seems kinda heretical. Just kinda.
That's how it's done.
Oh. We got a multi-melter. Damn. I really want to throw that on Argenta. I really do. Make some big booms. Right. Okay. I think that's basically everything. So let's... Can we get here? There's something there. Let's see if we can get there. Oh, that's a ship. Oh. Hey, hey. No, open the door. There you go. So I can go to the Void ship or to Mundus Valancius. Sure. Damn. That's kind of badass. That's the first time I've seen a view like this in this game. That's awesome, though. Shit. Love that, man. This game's just oozing Warhammer lore, and I love it. Okay, let's go to this Mundus Valancius. I don't know what that is. Is that just the rest of... It's not the planet. The planet is Dargonos. So what is Mundus Valancius? Okay. Terrible news from Dargonos, Lord Captain. A subsidiary hive city, Sisyphon 84249, has been destroyed in a series of cascading failures. Production has halted and millions of people have broken their vows of obedience and are fleeing. Many of them are perishing in the wastelands and overloading the transport lines leading to neighboring hives. The surrounding residential sectors are becoming increasingly agitated by the influx of refugees. What is your directive regarding the distribution of these refugees? What is the cause of the catastrophe? What say my advisors? Signals to the hives to open the gates. We will not abandon a single person in the wastelands. Establish labor settlements in the ruins of this. What? Okay, the refugees there. They have much work ahead of them to restore their former home. What does this mean? Required. All the following are required. Oh, okay, so there's a cost associated with this. How many? Okay, I have 8 provisions. This is going to cost me 1. These commoners think that I would be merciful to those who facilitate the hive's destruction. Eliminate any who would try to enter the cities. I love how much of an asshole this game lets you be if you want to. Signal the hives to open the gates. Will not abandon ship. I don't like that one, because just letting in a whole bunch of people is probably going to destabilize those other hives. So let's establish labor settlements in the ruins of Sisyphon and relocate the refugees there. They have much work to do. Let's do that. Let's do that. A very fair decision, Lord Captain. Okay, large labor settlements were set up around the ruins of Sisyphon 84249, and the refugees from the wastelands and neighboring hives have been rounded up there. In the harsh wastelands scorched with industrial poison, only a bare modicum of food and clean water, the settlement residents have begun the arduous and dangerous task of rebuilding their fallen home. Okay, cool. Oh, right, okay, so now we've got stuff to do on Dargonos. Restoration, a new hive city will be established atop the ruins. Okay. This requires provisions. Oh, I've already spent the provisions. Okay, cool. Cool. Reduces my profit factor by 1. Ups my complacency. Efficiency, security. And gives me people. Okay. Ecclesiams of Ecclesiums for the nobility. Place ecclesiums will be palace ecclesiums will be constructed on top of the ruins of 6129 for the aristocracy. The dead and the dying will fertilize the gardens that will ring these pleasure chambers. Of course. Terrace gains the nobility's perfection feature. +5 bonus to all their skills. That's a pretty nice buff. That is a nice buff. I don't like the outcome, though. The surviving spine of 18429 will be rebuilt into a space elevator. It will be capped by an emporium, accepting those ships that are too heavy to land on the surface. Okay, so increase profit factor, reduce security. It's going to give me chemicals, weapons, and efficiency. Okay. Restoration seems like the best option. Though I really like this Nobility's Perfection perk. That's quite nice. +5 to all skills is decent. I'm getting profit factor and complacency. Let's just go restoration. Let's go restoration. We still get a decent amount of stuff from it. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, that is being built on Dargonos. What do I have here? That's the throne room, and that's the palace. Okay. I don't think there's any reason I need to go back there now. Chronicle of the Protectorate. What is this? The production lines of Dargonos suffered due to the collapse of 5 cities. 59. A rogue trader ordered an establishment of labor cities around the ruins. Okay, cool. Right. Okay. So I don't think there's much more we can do here then. We can probably just carry on. I'm a little surprised. Honestly, I thought there would be more going on around Dargonos. Oh, Mundus is the system. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Right. The other place we need to go was Kiva Gamma. Kiva Gamma was it here? Yeah. So Kiva Gamma was here. I could chart a warp route. I have 6 navigators inside. That's decent. So I could actually chart a warp route all the way to Kiva Gamma. But before I do that, I actually want to see. I have a fair few rumors. I have the magnetic storm. Notice August cannot pierce through the magnetic storm raging above the planet only. That's on Dimicron? Where's Dimicron? I kind of wish it just told me on the map where that was. Is it here? Winterscale's realm. Okay, that's another rogue trader. Fubinaris? Where is... That's kind of annoying. Naira Awalon? Sorry, bit of a difficult name. Hey, how you doing? Welcome. Right. I don't know where this is. Rogue Traders August. It'd be kind of nice if this, told me where on the map this is, because I don't recognize that. No worries, you got it right. Hey, I'm winning at something. Love to see it. My apologies, my voice is a little bit weird. I've been sick the past couple days, so my voice has not yet fully recovered. Yeah. So I took a 2-day break from streaming this weekend just because of being sick, but didn't want to stay away for too long. All right, no worries. Thank you. Right. Have you played this game before? Because I must admit, I am struggling to figure out a couple things. So any advice or feedback is welcome. Okay. I don't know what this rumor could be referring to, because I feel like the rumor's got to be in reference to a system we've already been to. Cannot pierce the remaining storm raging above the planet. Only truly powerful sacred technologies can gaze into the eye of the storm. And this is Demicron or Omicron. I have not. I was confused too. But Google is always my friend when I need help with anything. That is a good plan. That is a good plan. Although I kind of want to. I decided my playthrough of this. Oh, would you look at that? There it is. We found it. Found it there. I don't even remember going there, but granted, it is like on the other side of the galaxy, or the explored galaxy, anyway. I told myself when I started this playthrough I was going to do it like go in blind, because I've never played this game before, but I'm an absolute sucker for Warhammer lore. So, yeah, I wanted to kind of experience this game fresh, if that makes sense. Okay, so to get back here, I don't know how easy. That's going to be a few walkthroughs. Can plot a course. You know what? Let's just go all the way here. We're going to need to plot a course anyway, so might as well. Okay, we have a warp course that's not very safe. That's a fair way of playing, I'm on. Yeah, I think if for story-driven games you really want to go in blind, that makes the game a lot more interesting. Hey, would you look at that? We cleaned up that, no problem. Nice. Not a hiccup. That's a long-ass warp travel as well. Okay. Right. Yeah, exactly, to avoid spoilers and things. Ooh, excuse me. Where are you from, though? South Africa? I am originally from Zimbabwe. Yeah, grew up in Zimbabwe, but I am currently living in South Africa. So, yeah. Where are you from? Right. Okay, we've got some ship combat here. Let's first just have a look at these other things. A violent battle is unfolding before the rogue trader's eyes. Patrol ships from the Chorda fleet are tearing apart two small Eldari vessels. Once they are finished with them, the void ships give chase after the third, already damaged vessel, clearly with the intention of destroying it as well. Oh, we just found something. Seeing the last ship's impending death, Irelet calls out to the Lord Captain, her voice trembling slightly. Only the rogue trader's intervention can save her kin from a massacre. Send a message to Chorda's fleet, ordering them to stop the battle. The Voxmaster relays the Lord Captain's demands to stop the battle, and soon returns with a reply. According to the Chorda ships, this group of Xenos are malicious criminals. They are guilty of raiding the system's planets and robbing merchant vessels. Insidia Chorda's void ships are intent on performing their duty before the Emperor and exterminating the Xenos. I thought you kind of had a little German twang to your accent, but I guess I was wrong. Well, I mean, not entirely. My family and, like, I don't know, geez, my great-grandfather's days were from that part of the world. I don't know German specifically, but certainly from European descent. But I mean, that was long before my time. Now, my parents were born in Zimbabwe, and I was born in Zimbabwe. My grandparents before them, I think, were born in South Africa and I want to say Britain, I think. But geez, we're like going way back the family tree. Be lying if I said I remembered all of the roots. My family is very, very much international. I've got family on, geez, basically every continent now that I think about it, which is kind of funny. Damn, there's a lot of places. Yeah, no, my family is very, very well traveled, which is awesome. I'm very grateful for that level of, I guess, diversity in my family. It's very, very cool. Right. Okay. Yurlet sullenly watches the unfolding chaos through the stained glass windows of the captain's bridge. She grimly concedes that no crime should go unpunished. Except her kin were flying transport ships. It would have been impossible for them to rob a ship, let alone launch a planetary raid. Vessels such as theirs simply lack the firepower to do so. The Monkai are lying. Okay, Commerce asks Shorter's patrol for proof of the Xenos transgression. Demand Shorter's ships cease fire immediately and retreat. The Xenos that dared defy humanity must be destroyed. Let's analyze the ship first, because that has the highest chance of succeeding. And then I think if it gives us the option, we'll go for ask for proof. Despite the presence of some weaponry, the Xenos ship is more likely meant for transporting cargo or the Xenos themselves rather than direct combat. Okay, cool. So basically exactly what Irlet said. I mean, it's good. It makes you a little diverse or exotic if you want to look at it that way. Yeah, fair. Fair. I've certainly gotten to experience many strange and interesting things in my life, given how well traveled my family is. So I'm grateful for that, definitely. Though I would love to travel more. I must admit, I don't get to travel as much as I would like these days, but that's also just the stage of life I'm in, you know, getting qualified, getting a career up and running. It's a little difficult to travel and do all of that at the same time. But we'll get there one day. I have multiple citizenships, so traveling is fairly easy for me once I get the career underway. That's the goal. So yeah, for now, just taking it easy. Right, ask Chorda's patrol for proof of the Xenos transgressions. The patrol's captain reluctantly admits that there is no conclusive proof. This system is sometimes the target of pirate raids. However, this changes nothing, for his servants have no mercy for the enemies of humanity. That's about what I expected. The Xenos defy humanity. Oof. Confront the fleet, the Eldari. See, I don't really want to do this, because this guy's kind of right. How long ago was my last save? Damn it, it was all the way back at the Void Palace. That is unfortunate. Okay, let's try coercion. I don't know how well it's going to work. Alright, I'm going to take my leave now. Got to get back to my art projects. Have a good one. Good luck with the games and travels. Thank you. Much appreciated. Thanks for stopping by. Right. Okay. Succeeded. Unwilling to engage in open battle against the flagship of a foreign dynasty, the patrol reluctantly leaves its prey and retreats to the edge of the system. Nice. Okay, cool. Meanwhile, the wounded void ship is rapidly distancing itself from the recent battlefield, attempting to hide in the shadow of the nearest world. Every attempt to contact it is met with frustration, and the Voxmaster reports that the vessel is in deplorable condition. Who knows how much xenotechnology can endure before the irreparable happens. The Eldari are too scared and resentful of the Monkai for the recent deaths of their kin to answer incoming hails. Despite this, Irlet is certain that she can convince them to cooperate with the Ilantark if she is allowed to speak with them. Okay. Xenos have been saved from shore specials. Their fate does not concern the Road Shredder. Let Irlet speak with her kin. Failed. Damn. Irlet appeals to her kin's wisdom, but the words of the outcast cannot make them trust the Monkai. The pain of loss the Eldari hearts. Only recently did the humans destroy 2 vessels of the children of Asurian, and now they offer aid? Worse, they offer aid through the mouth of their captive sister. No, the Eldari will not fall for this trick. Damn. Okay. Trying to outpace the pursuit of the Monkai vessel, the Eldari overload their void ship's drives. One of the damaged engines is unable to bear the strain. Before the eyes of 100 officers, the Xenoship flashes a fiery blue light through the stained glass windows as 1,000 tiny shots disperse across the system. Damn, so they died anyway? Jeez, man. The Ridge officers openly rejoice, offering prayers to the Emperor. Today, the expenses cleansed of more filth, the enemies of humanity. What is this if not his providence? Oh, man, Warhammer. and only the thin figure of the Eldari stands motionless against the backdrop of the intricate stained glass windows, mourning the fallen in solemn silence. Once the pain in Irileth's soul is numbed, she turns to Lord Captain and nods, a short gesture of gratitude for the attempt to save those who could hardly be saved. Damn. You know what? I really want to reload and see if we can change that outcome. It's a little bit annoying to jump back there, but I suppose we can do it fairly quickly. Okay, let's save. Then let's load. Let's load this one. There we go. Okay. Let's see. All right. As predicted, I'm getting cold. Let me get a blanket. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, right, we need to do this. Okay, establish those. Done that. We did that. We did that. Okay. That was that. Then we... Is it this one? Oh, shoot. Where did we go? I think it was this one. Yeah, I think it was, yeah. Okay, let's not spend all our navigators inside. Let's do that. There we go. Nice. Okay, cool. Chart new routes. Nice. Okay, cool. That's a better outcome for us than the last time. Okay. Let's save. Let's do this again. Continue. Stop the battle. Continue. Yep. Demand a ceasefire. Failed. Damn. Okay. We try again. Okay. Continue. Stop the battle. Continue. Analyze. Failed again. Damn. Okay. Try again. Continue. Stop the battle. Continue. Analyze. Demand ceasefire immediately. Again. We have a 60% chance. What's the probability it fails 3 times in a row? That means we have to get a 50% chance after this, so... Eesh. I wish you could save in the middle of dialogue options. Continue. That one, that one, that one. Jeez, like, man. Okay. Continue. That one. Commerce. Coercion. Really? How many times is this gonna fail? Okay, continue. That. And still we go again. Yay, there we go. Okay. Continue. Okay, this is now going to be a more difficult one. Yes, there we go. Okay. 2 watches pass and the Xenos finally decide to answer Irileth's pleas concerning the Alantok's assistance. guardedly asking how exactly the Maokai can help their vessel. The Eldari note that the humans' primitive technologies are incapable of healing the Eldari vessel's wounds. The sudden benevolence of one human is equally incapable of bringing back those who perished in the recent engagement. Grant the Eldari the rogue traders protection by accepting them on board the ship. Direct the Eldari ship to Yanis. The Xenos can find refuge. They kind there. Mercifully grant the Xenos provisions and medicines. Open fire on the wounded ship. Direct the Eldari ship to Yanis. The Xenos can find refuge among their kinds there. Let's do that. The Xenos half-heartedly thank the rogue trader and turn their ship towards the distant stars. An inevitable death in the void. Inevitable death in the void. No words are exchanged on the bridge, but everyone understands that the wooden ship will never make it there. A few Terran days later, a blue flash at the edge of the system confirms the vessel's unfortunate fate. Jeez, man. So it just doesn't end well. It doesn't matter what we do. Okay. Damn. Okay. There's a space hulk here. Do I want to see what else could happen? I think we just stick with that outcome, honestly. I don't know we're going to get much better outcomes, so... Okay. A vigilant member of the Olga crew has detected a small Xenos vessel drifting through the void. The ship is unpowered and shows no signs of being crewed. Send a boarding shuttle. The squad board the vessel without issue. Corrosion has laid waste to the ship's systems, which led to the death of the entire crew. The interior is full of Eldari corpses. No weapons were found on board, and the dead Xenos, judging by their clothing, were not part of any warrior caste, merely the crew of the now defunct ship. The Xenos Yearlet claims to have recognized the symbols on the dead Eldari's clothes. Oh, the Xenos Yearlet claims to have recognized the symbols on the dead Eldari's clothes. They were civilian refugees from Craftworld Cruderrock. Okay. Get scan. Okay, mining gold. Hey, we got 3 more extractions. How did we get those? Huh. I'm not complaining. Okay, what do we have here? Let's see. Oh, we have more plasteel. No, I'm not going to waste an extractium on 2 plasteel. We need more than that. Okay.
You are going to do battle with them in this crude vessel.
Uh-oh. The Drukhari have blocked some of your flagship's posts using an unknown Xenos power. Your crew will regain control of these posts in several rounds. Damn. Okay. Where did these guys even come from? I did not even see them, so we just got straight ambushed, and it's only one ship. A pretty strong one by the look of it. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is going to be interesting. Let's... If we come here, I can hit him with these. If I then come here, I could hit him with this, launch a missile, and I could hit him with this. I could hit him here with this as well. And then here, to hit him more easily. Yeah. Okay, do that. Come here and shoot at him there. Oh, damn. We're doing more damage than I thought we would. Why do I feel there's more to this than meets the eye? Yeah, okay, 32% chance. I wasn't expecting much. Okay, then... Whoa, my ship's movement got decreased a lot. What the hell? Okay. If you come here and use this... Why only 32%? That seems kind of wild. It's got to be something with whatever this field is surrounding it that's making it difficult to hit. Okay, if I come here and use this. Okay, I'm probably a bit close there, but whatever. Okay. Oh, there's another ship. Where even is that? Oh, it's behind. Okay. Hectic. I am closer now than I should be to this guy, honestly. Which is kind of problematic. Because I now have no real firing options against him. Do that, I suppose. Okay. Decent bit of damage. Decent bit. I use this. Yeah, okay, do that. Okay, we're doing something. We are doing something. Then maybe come back around. See if we can shoot at that thing. Yeah. Okay, do that. Cool. Out of range there. Anyway. Leech torpedoes. That does not sound healthy. Okay, well, I now have my own torpedoes, so...
I revel in the spectacle of their glittering ruin.
That's how we do it. And that guy didn't even do anything, which was weird. Okay. Damn. No, don't hit me! Ah, you've got to be kidding me. Jeez, like, okay. Badass ship designs, though. Right, good news is he's in range, so just shoot at him. Nice, okay, we do a decent chunk of damage. And we can hit him with these as well. No, you have that stupid field thing that activates as soon as I hit him. That's so annoying. Okay, come all the way around. And we cannot hit him with that. New heading might let me hit him with that. Okay, I'll do that. And then come... Why can I not? I feel like I got scammed. Aren't I supposed to be able to go all the way around? I guess maybe it did. Okay. Maybe I didn't get scammed. I'm just being a bitch. If I come around this way... Nope. I am not gonna be able to get a shot on him. That is annoying, man. Okay, let's just come here and then just... Why can I not put torpedoes? That is weird. Can I do torpedoes now? Why didn't you let me do it before? No, whatever. Oh, right. Okay, then... Come here. Excuse me. Okay. Cool. What is this dude gonna do? Jeez, that is a lot of movement. That's crazy. Bro can just get behind me instantly. Okay. I need to be facing this guy. Let's do this. Can only target the furthest node. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, oh well, whatever. Do that. Okay, cool. Not ideal, I'm a bit far away, but I can move one more forward, and then I can shoot at this bitch. Nice. Okay, solid chunk of damage. That's pretty much all we can do. Torpedoes, not gonna do a whole lot. Just come around here. Okay. Bitch. This dude can always get behind me. It is crazy how much movement range he has. Okay. Right. Okay. My turn. Yes. Okay. Can do that. Can come here and then... Damn it, I'm one off. Do this. Okay. Nice. Okay, cool. Got him. Upgrade? Can we upgrade? Let's see. What do we have here? Okay. This is... Shadow jump. The flagship makes a shallow warp jump in a forward direction. Oh. That's kind of badass. Okay. Strafe. The flagship fires its maneuvering thrusters and slides a short distance to one side. Reloads all macro cannons that were fired during the acceleration phase. Can only be used during the end phase. Oh, okay. So when I'm accelerating, I can fire my guns. And then when I get to the end, I can reload and fire again. That is quite powerful. The flagship's next 2 shots gain +2 extra range. That is also very nice. The weakest side facing the flagship's enemy. It loses several charges. The pulse can also negatively impact other Xenos ships. Shadow jump in a forward direction. 5 shells. Let's go with strafe. I feel like being able to move... Wave. I feel like being able to move to the side could be quite useful. Yeah, let's go strafe. Get that. Oh, we get 2. Okay, cool. So let's do that, and then let's go... Allows use of both abilities of one selected post for 1 turn. If one or both abilities are on cooldown, their cooldown time is reduced by 1 turn. That's also nice. That is also nice. I think I want to go Auger Array, because I am regularly out of range of enemies. So let's do that. Okay, cool. Then we have got posts. Your ship has reached a new level. You can open... You can improve the abilities, upgrade new ones. Okay. Cool. I'm not going to worry about this now, because honestly, I just kind of want to get to where I'm going. Oh, it was that. Did I even tell it? Oh, no, I told it to go across here, and because of that, it bumped into the enemy's thing. Oh, hey, bro. Welcome. Right. This is a super nerdy game, but the story of it is incredible. So, this planet is devoid of even the most primitive forms of life. However, the crew has made quite a strange discovery. A mirror lying right in the center of a huge crater. A completely ordinary mirror in a frame by all appearances. A completely ordinary mirror in a frame by all appearances. It's in pristine condition. Uh-oh. That immediately makes me think chaos. Why is there a mirror lying on a random rock in space? Destroy it, take it on board, or leave the planet. Jeez, man. I kind of want to take it on board just to see what happens. I know it's going to be bad, but I kind of want to do it. Let's do it. The mirror now hangs on the wall in one of the compartments. It looks completely normal. However, only an hour after its arrival, the Voxmaster reports The shuttle crew that delivered the mirror has disappeared. The people who hung the mirror have also disappeared. Even the enforcer who wandered into the compartment by mistake and stopped to fix his new non-regulation cravat has vanished without a trace. Oh, damn. Okay. Dispatch a group of servitors to jettison the mirror. Dispatch a group of servitors to smash the mirror. Send in a team with righteous prayers in their lips. Blow the whole compartment up with the mirror inside. Seal the compartment to continue the voyage. Damn. Or wait. I kind of want to just wait. It either gets worse. Okay, this is Warhammer. It probably gets worse from here. Let's just go with wait and just see what happens. About 3 watches after the shuttle's crew's disappearance, strange squelching and snapping sounds are heard coming from the mirror's compartment, accompanied by a putrid odor. Uh-oh. Keep waiting. Force open the door. We are heading into dangerous territory. Let's keep waiting. Yet more abnormal noises join the ungodly symphony playing behind the compartment door. The squelching and snapping were soon joined by rattling, wheezing, and growling. Sensors also detected an increase in the ship's mass in the area near the compartment. Soon, faint human voices could be heard, begging to be saved. Open the door. This is probably going to go really badly. The compartment was brimming with biomatter, strange creatures and plants floating in streams of a slimy substance, revealed to be a type of mold upon closer inspection. The missing crew members were also found inside. Terrified and unable to remember anything, they returned to awareness while still inside the compartment. They had been only half an hour away from drowning in the biomatter still oozing from the mirror. What? Logic succeeded. After analyzing all the available data, Lord Captain and the officers conclude that the mirror functions in line with the rotation cycle of the planet on which it was found. During the first phase, the mirror absorbs all organic life reflected in it. During the second phase, the mirror regurgitates the organic material it has consumed, starting with the simplest organisms and progressing to the more complex ones. What the hell? Okay, I didn't see that coming. Get rid of the mirror and the rescued crew members. Keep the mirror. Now that we know how it works, we know what to do with it. I'm gonna just keep it. Why do I feel like this is gonna get even more crazy if we just hold on to it? Keep the mirror. The crew seem numb with horror as they hear the order, yet they obey without a word. The mirror remains in a sealed compartment while the ship continues its journey onward. That is definitely gonna come back to bite us. That is definitely gonna come back to bite us. Okay, let's see. Where else do we need to go? Okay, that was the Eldari, which we couldn't save. I feel like there was more Eldari that we needed to save, wasn't there? Such footfall. Yeah, okay, there's more Eldari survivors there. What do we have here? Forge a path to Vahibos 6. Save. Okay, there's more Eldari survivors there. I'm kind of wondering if I should try and save the Eldari. But to do that, I'm going to have to replay that whole ship battle and everything if we reload it. You know what? Nah, let's not. Let's not. Let's just leave it. We lost the Eldari there. We'll try and save some more down wherever here. Okay. Next, we need to go to Cranarch. Cranarch? Okay. Let's just save, because this is a less safe void route. Okay. Uh-oh. The ship's augers registered an emission of unknown radiation in one of the chambers. As a result, some of the voidsmen now have glowing irises, which has proven to be quite beneficial in the performance of their duties. The vessel's confessors are in doubt and suggest it may be an outward sign of corruption. Better to purge the mutants than allow heresy to take. Gather the corrupted for a mass prayer. The rogue trader sees nothing wrong with glowing eyes of his subjects. Gather the corrupted for a mass prayer. The crew's fervent prayers are answered. Those bearing the most luminous irises dropped dead upon hearing the hymn to the God Emperor, while the rest were struck with severe sickness, which did not abate until the vessel left the Sea of Souls. Damn, they just straight died like that, man. Removed cargo, holy gifts. Cargo is for storing, it is not valuable. Selling full cargo to merchant distribution. Okay. Interesting. I wonder why I lost cargo. And I took damage. Well, it is the warp. Okay. Chart some new routes. Nice, nice. Okay, let's see what we find here. Kiva Gamma was the next place. Lord Captain, according to telemetry, we are in the system of Kiva Gamma, the main industrial world of the von Valancius dynasty. However, our astropaths report that attempts to contact Governor Gaprak have been unsuccessful. But wait. The Voxmaster is silent for a few seconds. Lord Captain, a new report. Kiva Gamma is sending a request to exchange data. Should we accept it? Sure. As you command, Lord Captain. The Voxmaster switches to a nearby comm channel to relay your instructions to the crew. For several minutes, nothing happens. Suddenly, a deafening screech erupts the bridge's Vox system. You hear violent triads of garbled binary code, like the low chuckles of machinery. Lord Captain, interference detected. The compartment's Vox system looks like the bridge is cut off from the rest of the void ship. Uh-oh. Okay. Right. Let's make sense. Start of pict recording. The void ship's bridge sounds of working cogitators and the officer's footsteps. The everyday scene is interrupted by an ear-splitting beeping sound, followed by lumens going out. In the dim glow of candles and emergency lights, one of the officers in frame cries out. Another falls to her knees, clutching her head. Over the beeping of Voxes, shouts can only be heard. What's going on? The doors are locked. We've lost contact with all compartments. One of the bridge officers turns to the throne. Lord Captain, the Vox stations are malfunctioning and overloading the system. None of our outgoing transmissions are getting through. The incoming ones that do make it are distorted beyond interpretation. Lord Captain gives the order to decipher the incoming Vox transmissions at all costs. Proceed. A team of decryption experts gets to work. Data tethers are inserted into sockets as they connect to the cogitators. One of the Vox clerics leans over the console. Another is writing something on a piece of parchment. But then she bursts into maniacal laughter and stabs herself in the eye with a steel quill. Another scream. A tech priest, who was mid-prayer, tears himself to pieces with his own mechandrites. More and more lunatics are mutilating themselves and lunging at others. Portion of pict recording damaged after contact with unknown object. An enforcer shoves a rabid servitor away from the Lord Captain as he strength rushes to help the crew, shouting out orders. Coercion executes one of the lunatics and roars a series of orders to the rest. Begins methodically exterminating any who show signs of madness. Rushes to help the crew, shouting orders. The image on the pict is fuzzy, nothing but glimpses of people shouting, racket, and the Lord Captain's orders. Within minutes, the crazed crew members are either dead or bound and unconscious. The officers clustered around the Lord Captain are barely breathing but unharmed. Jeez, man. Now that hit the fan really quickly. Okay. Scrap code. The voice belongs to the on-deck engineer who has turned to the Lord Captain from a station. We've been attacked with scrap code, a tech heresy designed to corrupt machines. The transmission received from the planet was infected with this taint, and it is now running through the ship's veins. Omnissiah preserve us. Man, they straight hit us with that virus, man. That's crazy. The Voidborn officer appears before the Lord Captain once more. Whatever it is that's attacking us, we have a backup procedure that can circumvent the Vox barrier. In the atrium leading to the bridge, there is a terminal for an isolated system that might still be unaffected. A loud pop. The pipes over the officers' heads burst, and a blast of hot air flings the Voidborn away from the Lord Captain. His body slamming through a cogitator panel. The picked frame spins uncontrollably. The servo skull was jolted by the gust. The picked recorder fogs over, the Vox picking up the crackling of electricity and a death cry. Gas on the bridge. A Juno attendant shouts and instantly doubles over, inhaling the poisoned air. The rogue trader gives the order to evacuate immediately. Commands crew stand current duties. Gives the order to evacuate immediately. The rogue trader personally oversees the evacuation, bringing the plasma cutters. Get the wounded to the exit. The officers repeat his orders. When the servo skull following the rogue trader reaches the door, they fall to the plasma cutters and crumble outward. The rogue trader is the last to leave the bridge. Leaning on the support beam, the rogue trader takes several deep breaths, trying to flush his lungs with air. Then he straightens, smooths his uniform, and heads towards a goal known only to him. The servo skull follows. The atrium is in a state of panic. Silhouettes skitter about in the dark hall, illuminated only by the flickering of emergency lumens. Curt orders and someone's feverish words of prayer can be heard. Having lost all communication, the beheaded ship is writhing in agony. It takes a while for the Lord Captain to find the cogitator mentioned by the fallen officer. The panel of the isolated terminal is riddled with cracks and bloodstains, and on the floor by the terminal, a tech priest is lying in a heap with his head smashed and technical liquids mixed with blood oozing out of his pores. The Lord Captain decides to take his chances restoring the terminal. The rogue trader rips the power key off the tech priest mechandroid and opens the cover on the terminal. Sparks fly into his face, but he is confident in his manipulation of the tangled wires and clanging levers. After replacing the cover and ensuring that the system is restored, the Lord Captain brings up the required data on the screens. The maintenance bay is sending out hundreds of desperate distress calls that have gone unanswered up to now. When the machines went out of control and started turning people insane, others driven by some hateful paranoid logic started butchering the servants of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The tech priests have sustained heavy losses, but the remnants of the crew are still holding the line. Out of everything that's happening on the ship, the situation in the maintenance bay is direst. The Lord Captain knows where help is needed most. He decides to head to the maintenance bay himself, send officers to the command where the situation is critical. Head to the maintenance bay himself. The rogue trader arrives not a moment too soon. The crew, frightened out of their wits, have already cornered the tech priests of the Omnissiah and are about to execute them. The Lord Captain stands between the angry mob and the tech priests, his sheer presence already giving the crowd pause. Harshly cutting off any objections from the crew, the rogue trader orders the officers he gagged on the way here to escort the mutineers out and set up a guard post outside the bay, where the tech priests begin to offer desperate prayers to the crippled machine spirits. The walk to the bridge is uneventful. The crisis has passed. Although wounded and crippled, the ship nevertheless is returning to its normal operation. Life on the bridge is bustling as ever. Even though the people are surrounded by destruction, the senior officers have the situation under control, and the people have been organized. The emergency crew have already finished repairing the pipes, the technomats are setting up the cogitators and consoles, and the healers are bagging up what few corpses there are and examining the wounded. By the comm station, the rogue trader runs into the Vox Master. Praise the Emperor, you're in one piece, Lord Captain. The situation on board is satisfactory. I was just in the middle of setting up comm channels. As soon all Voxcasters will be fully operational. Another man appears in the picked frame. A junior officer, completely out of breath, carrying a heap of scrolls. The Vox Master nods at him. Here are the reports, Lord Captain. If you find yourself able to return to your station, I can immediately give you a rundown of the state of affairs on the ship. Jeez, like... Man, the writing in this game is so damn good. Wow. Okay. Lord Captain, the Voxmaster's voice is quivering with exhaustion. The situation has been brought under control, more or less. It will take some time to eliminate the consequences of the attack completely, but the vessel is capable of motion. We may even be able to conduct a warp jump if you feel we should leave the system. Allow me to bring you up to date. Fortunately, the bridge suffered only minor losses. The reports mention only a few casualties that have already been replaced. Kiva Gamma went silent after transmitting the harmful signal. I will refrain from sending inquiries to the industrial world to avoid a second attack. I'm afraid we have exhausted our options for remote analysis. More information can only be obtained by closing the distance or even sending an away party to the planet's surface. The Vox clicks as Hendrix joins the channel. The time has come to remind you about our agreement, Darius. I must be present in your entourage during your expedition on Kiva Gamma. I am counting on your cooperation. The crew is awaiting further instructions, Lord Captain. Jeez, like. Okay. Let's save. And then I want to go back and see what might happen differently. Right, that one, there we go. Okay, cool. Right. Oh, no, that was wrong. Oh, this was before the warp jump. Okay. So we went from here to here. As a result, all the ways now glowing irises. Yeah, okay, we did that. Give them as to prayer. Yeah, okay, cool. Chop some new routes. Okay, now let's save. Okay. Right. I've been unsuccessful. However, the Astropass report that attempts to contact Captain Kubrick have been unsuccessful. But wait. Captain report. Keeping Gamma is sending a stress to exchange data. Should we accept it? Ignore the transmission. As you come on, Lord Captain, the Voxnet switches to nearby comm channel to relay instructions to crew. For several minutes, nothing happens. Lord Captain, we ignore the transmission as you ordered, but the Vox system has detected a dozen more incoming requests. The number is growing every second, and each one is becoming more insistent and stronger. I think I hear something. Suddenly a deafening screech erupts. You hear violent. Okay, so it happens the same. Cool. Yeah, so we decipher. Rushed up the crew. That was it. It was just fuzzy, nothing. Officers, Lord Captain. Armed. Okay. Give the order to evacuate. The rogue trader person who oversees evacuation. Yep, that's fine. The rogue trader has taken several deep breaths, flushing his lungs. Okay. Major stage panic. Takes chance of destroying the terminal. That's all fine. He needs to head to the base by himself. Talk to the bridge. Okay. Okay, cool. So there isn't any real difference then. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay, cool. Right. So Kiva Gamma is an industrial world that's been infected by some kind of virus. That sounds like a really bad time. If the virus could do that much damage to my ship, just imagine what it's done to an entire industrial world. Okay, I think for now I'm gonna call it there. It's a bit of a shorter stream this evening, but I'm still not feeling great, so a bit of an earlier night would probably be good for me. So yeah, I'm gonna call it there. But I am expecting to be online again tomorrow, so yeah. Let's see, that's all fine. Right. Okay. For those of you who joined, thank you. And have a good night.